Good afternoon, everyone. This is Rooftop Sports, and just wanted to say happy Easter to everyone. Hopefully, to those who are enjoying Mass or enjoying the bunny hunt or the Easter egg hunt or whatever it is, happy Easter to you all. But now we've got the Seattle Mariners against the Los Angeles Angels, and it was terrifying to watch last night because we got to see Jo Adell rob the home runs off the Mariners 3 times off of Cal Raleigh, Josh Naylor, and J.P. Crawford. As painful as it gets. And, yep, it seems that the Adell magic was there for her. I guess Adele sang a really nice song for Jo Adell, and that's why Mariners and the Angels are tied. They're both 4-5 to start the season. Mariners are going to have to win this series, obviously, to put them back at 5-5. They're talking about all the robbed home runs. I just don't want to see it. Yeah, Jo Adell, he played really good defense, but I mean he's not even supposed to be known to be like a great defender either. He is one of the worst defensive right fielders in the game, but yet he was still able to make these plays, and he made that very insane play against J.P. Crawford. And this was on a 1-0 game too. Yep, it was. I guess it was in Jo Adell's glove, all right. J.P. Crawford was absolutely shocked. And of course, he got the Gatorade all over him. But let's just go over the starting lineup for the Mariners. We got Luke Raley, Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, Cole Young, Mitch Garver, and Leo Rivas. And as for the Anaheim Angels, Los Angeles Angels, we got Zach Neto, Mike Trout, Nolan Schanuel, Jorge Soler, Calendario, Jo Adell, Josh Lau, Logan O'Hoppe, and Adam Frazier. And guys, on the injury report, we got Carlos Vargas on a 15-day. Brendan Donovan is still a day-to-day. He is looking a little bit better, but they are still trying to take their time on him. Brennan Davis is on a 7-day. Miles Mastroboni is on a 10-day. Bryce Miller is on a 15-day. And as for the Angels, got Vaughn Grisham, 10-day. Kirby Yates, 15. Ben Joyce, 15. Alec Manoah, 15. And then Ryan Johnson is on a day-to-day. He was supposed to be the pitcher today. And it's going to be the Angels. Who they got today? They got George Klassen on the mound today. Yeah, the game plan today is don't hit the ball to Jo Adell. I guess that was like the joke of the day. And Angie Mentic's just trying to say they just ran into bad luck. No, they didn't. They sabotaged their own luck with their terrible plate approach. No, that's a bad narrative. No, it's not about just hitting it to Jo Adell. Like, had the Mariners done their business outside of the Jo Adell catches, they would have won the game. They wouldn't have needed that whole Jo Adell situation. So I don't think it's fair to just call it bad luck. Sigh. Angie Mentic is just saying bad luck rather than call out the hitters for their terrible swings, especially on a 1-0 game. If Mariners batters did their jobs, Jo Adell wouldn't have made a name for himself yesterday. Such lazy narrative. Well, now it's going to get into commercial break, so I guess I'm going to play my commercial break as well. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful paintbrush.
Still waiting for the game to come on in. I think the game will be played in about literally 1 minute. So we'll be waiting for that and dreading for it, shall I say. And I forgot to even mention who the pitchers are for today. It's going to be the La Piedra, Luis Castillo, and George Klassen are going to be the pitchers today. And they're saying that the betting odds is that the Mariners are the favorite to win. I don't buy it. I think the momentum is just gone because Joe Adell depleted the confidence, unfortunately. I know I shouldn't say that, but I am. Okay, what's it called? Gotta check out my Twitch to make sure that my name is correct. It still says Rooftop Joe. No, it says Rooftop Sports on it now, and it is live. I got 5 people on YouTube already. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Helps the channel tremendously. George Klassen, a 10-18 guy with a 4.19 ERA. What can possibly go wrong on this one? And I guess he's making his major league debut as well. Hopefully the Mariners can put a feast on him because that's exactly what they'll need to do. And now we've got Luke Raley up to the plate. And this first pitch is going to be brought to you by SeatGeek. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner, and that's going to be a fair ball going into the corner. And Luke Raley should be going to second base. He should have the easy double. And the throw is cut off. And now we got Luke Raley at second base already. Hopefully the Mariners offense is waking up on this. Now it's Cal Raleigh up to the plate, who was robbed yesterday of the home run. Hopefully that he will redeem himself this time. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. That's a little bit of a glorified bunt. Throw to first in time. But that gets Luke Raley to third base. So not exactly the worst thing in the world for the Mariners. Now we've got a man 90 feet away. Mariners who didn't score at all. They have a chance right now with 1 out. And if I'm Julio, I would maybe do a suicide squeeze bunt. If he even knows how to bunt. Now the pitch. And that nearly gets away. That was way outside. That's going to be a ball. Julio is not off to a good start, but he did have a nice game yesterday. He's hoping to keep this going, and I am too, just like everyone else. Now we're at 1-0, and now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That's going to be 2-0. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss at the dirt. What are you doing? Julio again with lazy swings at the dirt. Just stop. Now we're at 2-1. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball, and that's going to be strike 2. Now Julio's on the verge of striking out and wasting a possible great opportunity. Now we're at 2-2, and now the pitch. Low for a ball. As now we're at 3-2. Now it's going to be a foul ball again. Julio keeps fouling it. He is fighting it off to a guy literally making his major league debut. Luke Raley is hanging at third base. As we are at 3-2, and now the pitch. And he swung it outside. He should have taken the walk, but it's still going to be 3-2. He really loves swinging at everything, doesn't he? When he really doesn't have to. Raley's at third base. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's going to be 2 outs already. As soon as Luke Raley gets on base, Julio is immediately wasting it. I don't care if it was a good pitch. It was bad plate approach by Julio, as usual. And that was on an 86 mile an hour, so it's not even that. It's not. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to center field, and Mike Trout should be there and makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. I got to get some water. This is just disgusting. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful.
And we are back from the break. I know, Sean Lee, you couldn't have said it better. Now the pitch. And now it's a fly ball to left field and fouled. Zach Neto is just trying to get another one. Now at 0-1. Now here's going to be a liner to left field, and that is going to be a fair ball, and that is going to be a double for Zach Neto, and a huge throw by Randy Arozarena. And now you're going to have Mike Trout up to the plate. Now we're at 0-1. And throw back to first. Now the pitch. It's going to be way outside for a ball. More than just that. And now the throw back to second. Not in time. How did you not make that tag? Zach Neto was way off. Yeah, Pete's calling a challenge on that. Because the umpire may have missed the mark, and I hope they're right. Because it did look like he missed the mark. No challenge by the Mariners. They decided not to challenge it. I think that was a play to challenge. But even then, how did you still not even get that, apply that tag? That's just insane. Like, and now the pitch to Trout. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. And that's going to be 1-2. Mitch Garver is taking over as catcher as Cal Raleigh's playing designated hitter. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be way up high for a ball. It's going to be a full count, 3-2. Now we're at 3-2. And now here's going to be a fly ball to right field. And Julio makes the leaping catch. And now tagging it second and go to third. It's cut off by J.P. Crawford. Julio just wasted so much time making that leaping catch. Julio wasted so much time making an unnecessary leaping. Now we got Nolan Shanuel. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. And he went around. There's no doubt about it that he did. Now it's going to be 0-2 for Nolan Shanuel. It's been since Wednesday when the Mariners got a run in regulation. It's true. That's a scary thought. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and I don't think that's going to be enough. But who's got it? Who's going to talk? And Rosarena makes the catch, and that was kind of dangerous. It seemed like another miscommunication that nearly could have caused a disaster. And that's going to be 2 outs, though. But why is Randy so greedy for it? What is J.P. Crawford even doing? Maybe it's because of the bad angle. But Randy did, I guess he did say he got it. So I guess I'll give him that. Now we've got Jorge Soler. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the pitch again. And that's going to be a ball. Or that's going to be a strike. My bad. It's going to be 1-2 for Soler. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit. And now that's going to be a runner coming home, and the Mariners are now trailing 1-0 to the Angels, 1-0. And I think for most Mariner fans, this game is pretty much over. And that is going to be a strike. Just the most frustrating part of it is that the Mariners were literally just 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and foul. That's going to be strike 2. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-2. Now the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball, 3-2. Now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. Here's a ground ball, and that is right to Josh Naylor. Goes to the bag, and that's going to retire the side. But now the Mariners are down by a run. Great. Now we're on commercial break. It's going to be one of those games, isn't it? When the Mariners give up a run, they just give up, don't they? Mariners will be hosting the Houston Astros from April 10th through the 13th. If anyone's nervous for that, I don't blame you at all because Mariners are not in good shape right now. Now we got Randy Arozarena. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. The odds of the Mariners scoring probably a 0 because they letting Joe Adell living rent-free in their heads probably. So I wouldn't count on it necessarily at all. Now the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. Now the 2-0. And that's going to be a strike, and that is 2-1. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now we're at 3-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. Now we're at 3-2. And the pitch. Way inside for ball 4. Take your base. And Randy Arozarena gets on base with a walk. Now it's J.P. Crawford up to the plate. And the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 1-1. And the pitch. Up high for a ball. When was the last time Mariners got off to a hot start to the year? It was at 13-2 start in September. No, of 2019. 13-2 and just went goose egg after that. Now the pitch. And that's a strike. JP, that was your pitch to swing at. Why aren't you swinging? Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. What are you doing, JP? What are you doing? Now it's 1 out. Now we got Cole Young up to the plate. Let's see what he can do. And the throw back to first, and that's going to be not in time. They're trying to keep an eye on Randy Arozarena. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Batting 7th. Now the pitch. And it's swing and a miss, and the throw to second, and Randy Arozarena gets there in time with a stolen base. Now the pitch. Inside for a ball. Now I'm wondering Cole Young should have just taken that. I guess he doesn't want to risk injury, which I get, but this is desperation time. Mariners they don't even have any kind of offense right now. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That's going to be 3-1. On deck is going to be Mitch Garver. Ugh. I mean, Cole Young's going to have to come up with a really big hit. There's no doubt about that. Otherwise, you're going to have Mitch Garver pretty much as basically an automatic strikeout. And that's going to be strike 2, and Cole Young's going to challenge it. Just watch. It's not going to go the Mariners' way. It's not. It's going to hit the skin of that strike zone. Just watch. Oh, ball 4, take your base. And Cole Young with the walk. Great call by Cole Young. And now we got runners on first and second with one out. But it's going to be Mitch Garver up to the play, which you might as well just call it off as a double play. Pretty much an automatic double play. Now the pitch. Right now it is 1-0 for Cole Young. And the pitch. Way outside for a ball. I was hoping that would leave him to get all the runners to advance the base. And now the pitching coach is coming out. He is going to talk to Glasson and go, hey, man, just relax. It's just Mitch Garver. He sucks. The Angels pitching coach is probably reminding the pitcher that it's Mitch Garver. 2-0 for Mitch Garver. Not that it really matters, in my opinion. Now we're at 2-0. And that is a strike. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. Now the 2-2. Way up high for a ball. And now it's going to be 3-2. Leo Rivas is on deck. Not that it's going to amount to anything. And now the 3-2. Ball 4, take your base, and now you got the bases loaded for Leo Rivas. Rivas, who is batting 143 the pitch, and that's going to be low for a ball. And Hoppe is going, hey, he's going to do the challenge, and it probably made it. Oh, come on! Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. That should bring in 2 more runs. Here comes Randy Arozarena. And then who else is coming home? That is going to be Cole Young, and the Mariners now take the lead to make it 2-1 on a bloop RBI single by Leo Rivas. Unbelievable. That is exactly what the Mariners needed. Maybe Leo Rivas heard all my criticisms of him, and he is silencing the haters. Now we got Luke Raley up to the plate, and not only are the Mariners back in business, now we got a 2-1 lead. Now here is the pitch, and that is going to be a strike. Oh, 0-1 to Luke Raley. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. That was literally right down the middle. How does Luke Raley not even make contact with that? It's just absolutely insane. Now we're at 1-2. And the pitch. Way outside for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. Now we're at 2-2. And that's going to be a foul ball. Why did you even swing at that? You didn't have to, Luke Raley. You just did not have to. So I'm really confused why you would swing at such questionable pitches that were not even necessary to swing at. But it's what they do best. Now we're at 2-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes Luke Raley. But now you got a huge opportunity for Cal Raleigh. And let's hope he does get it this time. Now we got Cal Raleigh, the big dumper. Cal Raleigh's going to need a really big hit. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That nearly hit him. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. That's going to be 1-1 for the dumper. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. Now we're at 1-2. The pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be 35 pitches in. Now the pitch. Way low for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. Now we're at 2-2 once again. And here we are. And the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That's going to be 3-2 for the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Julio will be up next. The dump it here is back. Now the pitch. And that's going to be fouled. And Cal Raleigh continues to fight it off. Got to give credit to that. Now the pitch. Inside for ball 4. Take your base. But Julio Rodriguez is going to be up, so I don't know if you're going to get really much out of him for that. So I have my doubts, unfortunately. It'll be 50 pitches for Clausen. Not exactly an ideal debut for him. Oh, Julio's going to strike out. Julio is going to strike. Yeah, make it 4-1, play small ball, I know. But he wants to go for that grand slam home run. He wants the glamour, which is going to be the downfall. Now here is Julio up to the plate, and now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be ball 1. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. That's going to be ball 2. And now the pitch. What are you doing? Sean, the answer is no. Now we're at 2-1. And the pitch. Okay. Julio swings at a bad pitch. Also, Julio. Now we're at 2-2. The pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to left field, and that's going to be caught by the left fielder. And that's going to retire the side. Julio ruined it, didn't you? Also, Julio watches a good pitch. Sounds about right. The good news is the Mariners took the lead to make it 2-1, but the bad news is Julio Rodriguez is a choke artist. And we are back from the break. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And this is Joe Adell up to the plate, and that's why they're talking about him. And let's hope the Mariners can really get to him this time and get their payback. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be 0-2 on Joe Adell. Ugh. Ugh. And now we're at the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball. And the pitch. And that's going to be a line right to Rivas to throw to first. That's going to be in time, barely in time. It wasn't a liner, it was a grounder. And the Mariners are able to get away with that. Leo Rivas is not an everyday guy. That's all I'm going to say. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Joe Adell usually does play good against this, but let me look at the stats to check. Now the 0-1. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Joe Adell actually is as a 224 hitter, but he has 9 home runs. So he does do damage still. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2 for Josh Lau. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be fouled again. White Sox sweep the Blue Jays. Wow. And now we're at 1-2, the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Now we're at 1-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 2 away. La Piedra continuing to get, that's his first strikeout, actually. Now the pitch. And that's going to be right in there, first strike. 2 outs and nobody on. Mariners have got to hang on. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. And now the pitch again. And that's going to be inside for a ball. And now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. Castillo is at 3-1. Reese, you're taking over Josh's job, basically. Now the pitch, and that's going to be... Oh, that's going to get right through for a base hit. And now that's Ohape back on... Ohape with a single. Still at the bottom of the order, but if you're not careful, then you could end up getting Zach Neto. Now it's Adam Frazier, the former Mariner. He is not someone to really write off either. Now the pitch. And that should be a strike. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Adam Frazier last season batted .267 with 7 home runs. And Castillo was at 41 pitches, so that's going to be quite a bullpen day for the Mariners, unfortunately. Ohapi with a lead at first. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to right field, and that gets off the glove of Cole Young and bobbles the ball, and that should get the runner to third base. Nope, it's going to be Ohapi staying. Cole Young was that close to make the play. Cole Young probably just lost it in the sun. And now, unfortunately, we got Zach Neto up to the plate. And it doesn't get any easier after this. Now we got Zach Neto and Mike Trout coming up. And this is where things get dangerous. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. We're at 1-0. for the Zach Neto, and that's going to be outside for a ball. And this is getting dangerous. If you walk Zach Neto, you're going to have Mike Trout with the bases loaded to deal with. It's not something that you're going to want. Now the 2-0 pitch. And that is a strike. Now we're at 2-1. And the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Castillo throws strikes. As we're at 3-1. Getting close to 50 pitches. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Ugh. Now we're at 3-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's going to retire the side. Castillo gets himself out of a jam. And now we're going to go into the next set of batters for the Mariners. That was really close. Luis Castillo, woo, gets himself out of a jam with 2 men on against Zach Neto. Now the Mariners offense, please score more runs. JW, is this a Mariners or an Angels chat? What fan are you? Know what you mean, rooftop? It's more geared towards the Mariners, but I've had fans of other teams. Come on. So I ain't stopping you. Yeah, Mariners fans. And if you haven't done so, I don't think I've seen you, Tyler. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit notification. Just like to check the waters. Have you checked out other ones too? Or is this like the first Mariners YouTuber? Like, which other Mariners YouTuber have you seen? Would be very curious. Done and done. I don't get it. Yes, happy Easter, Halliburton Glazer. Or don't you mean Halliburton Gazer? Oh, there's a lot of company with University of Minnesota players. Paul Molitor, Dave Winfield, Terry Steinbach, Denny Nagel, and Dan Wilson. Thank you, Tyler. Oh, Northwest Sports Fanatics is out today. So that's why I got a little bit more uptick on the views. Well, thank you for coming in, Tyler. Hopefully that, not saying I want to take viewers away from Northwest Sports Fanatics, but hopefully that you like this one. I mean, I do the play-by-play best I can. I mean, what do you like about Northwest Sports Fanatics? Maybe I could learn a thing or two from him. Now here's Josh Naylor. He's going for the bunt. And this is going to be going to throw. No! And what a gutsy call right there. And Josh Naylor gets on first base with an infield single. Base hit. Now I got El Rando, Grando, Rosarena. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be 0-2. And the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That nearly hit a Rosarena. Rosarena's at 1-2. Oh, the throw back to first and not in time. Now we're at 1-2. Another move, and that's going to be not in time. Josh Naylor diving back just in time. All right. And now the pitch. Oh, way outside. That gets away. And a free bagger for Josh Naylor, the second base. All right, you enjoy his play-by-play, the display, energy, fair and technical criticism analysis with knowledge to back it. Plus, I really enjoy the background music that his buddy makes that he has exclusive rights to. So, makes sense why he uses that music. As we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. I know Northwest Sports Fanatics has the talent. He knows a lot. He has a lot to say, so I got to give him that. And now the pitch. And ball 4, take your base. Now you got runners on first and second with nobody out. And now next up to the plate is going to be J.P. Crawford. What can possibly go wrong? I don't want to know. And that's going to be a ground ball foul. We're at 0-1. Now here's next pitch to JP and a pitch. Low for a ball just 1-1. And also, I just achieved another Mariners game, another full Mariners game. It's going to be 9. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Got 91 to go. The magic number is 91. I have done almost every single game. I've done 9 out of 10 Mariners games. As we're at 2-1. And the pitch. And that is a strike. JP, I mean, it was not exactly a great pitch to swing at, but it just happens to get in there in that strike zone. That's what matters the most. Now we're at 2-2 and a pitch and a swing and a miss, strike 3. Exactly what I expect from J.P. Crawford. Unfortunately, I only say it because you asked normally. I would never talk about other streamers. It could be disrespectful. Yep, I respect that too. Yep, you don't want to make enemies out of others. I have seen it before. I have seen people having animosity between one content creator to another, especially in Seattle. It gets ugly. Anyways, here's Cole Young. Now the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball. I know there's that good old saying of just worry about yourself and don't compare yourselves to others. Comparing yourself to others is indeed a sign of weakness. As now we're at 1-0 for Cole Young and the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a nice hit, but that's going to be a foul ball. That was really nicely hit by Cole Young, and kids are trying to get that ball. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball again. Cole Young has been off to a great start this season. But he's got to keep it up. Now we're at 1-2. And the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. And I kind of thought he did. It kind of just felt like it, didn't he? Now we're at 2-2 for Cole Young. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, foul ball. It's been a 7-pitch at bat for Cole Young. He's been fighting it. Been fighting it well. We're at 2-2. And the pitch. And that's going to be fly ball to center field. And Mike Trout is going to be there. And he makes the catch, but barely. But Josh Naylor is going to go to third base. And Randy Arozarena himself. So a good hit by Cole Young, but just happened to land in the glove of Mike Trout. And he also hit the wall too. You know, the snow cone catch. And now we've got Leo Rivas. Can he do it again and try to rack up some more RBIs? As we got runners on second and third with 2 outs, though. Kurt Suzuki's coming out, and I think he has seen enough. George Clausen, he held it to 2 runs. Mariners should have scored more than that. Or maybe it's just a conference. He makes the call. He's going to bring him out. We got runners on second and third. And it's actually not Mitch Garver. Excuse me. It's actually not Leo Rivas. It's actually Mitch Garver. So Mitch Garver's got a huge task ahead of him to try to get some more runs. I mean, now it's really, now we're going to say that we're going to miss Clausen because he actually did do some damage. Or he gave Mariners opportunities to score.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese. Arch your heart. And the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May. And we are back from the break. Mariners have a chance to score more runs. It's going to take Mitch Garver to do it. George Clausen, he had 4 strikeouts, but 5 walks. There is Pizza Fire. Yep, it's in Snoqualmie. And Tyler, I hope you're somewhere in Snoqualmie or at least near it so you can enjoy their pizza. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. It's Ryan Jeffron, the pitcher. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. It's like these Mariners players just love to swing at everything, don't they? It's like an addictive habit they have. Now the pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 3, big surprise, and that is going to be an out. And they strand 2 runners, too, on top of that. I've only been there once, way too far of a drive just for pizza. Well, bring your friends for bowling. Here, I got to do a quick YouTube short. Not YouTube short, stories by Instagram. So the Mariners had runners on second and third, and they still waste it. Ugh. Mitch Garver striking out. Exactly what I expect. Try our hand-breaded chicken tenders, perfectly seasoned and served with a choice of sides, golden fries, fluffy biscuits, homemade mashed potatoes, creamy mac and cheese, fresh side salad, fresh coleslaw, plus enjoy a dipping sauce on the side. Come in and treat yourself to the best comfort food around. Visit us today and satisfy your cravings. Yeah. As we were back from the break, they were showing Cole Young when he fouled it off of his foot, and that was not good. Not exactly encouraging. Mike Trout is now up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. It's going to be 1-1. Now the pitch. That's going to be fouled. And is Mitch Garver? Nope, not going to. It's going to be well out of play. As we're at 1-2. It's going to be outside for a ball. And that's going to be outside 3-2. Full count 3-2. And the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep left field, and that is going to be trouble. And Mike Trout is going to lead off with a double. And there was no way any of those outfielders could get to. It was just a nice hit by Mike Trout. Or I guess Castillo didn't really have a choice. I mean, I think I would have just walked him at that point. That was 109-mile-an-hour exit velocity. Now we got Nolan Shanuel up to the plate. Shanuel. And now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. Garver's looking for the challenge. I wonder if it's going to hit the hair. Yep, and that's going to be a strike. Just by the hair. Now the pitch. Now there's going to be a ground ball, and that is going to go right to Castillo and goes to first base. But now you got Trout at third base. Runner's going to be at third. Solaire's now up to the plate. And the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner, and that's going to be a base hit, and that's going to score in Mike Trout. And this game is tied at 2-2. I mean, with this lack of run support that the Mariners are giving to Luis Castillo, and when you have people like Mike Trout and big hitters like that, it was only a matter of time until they scored their runs. So it's really no surprise. Now we've got next hitter. It's going to be Candelario, the pitch. And that's going to be right in there for a strike. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to be diving stop. Throw to first. That's going to be in time. Nice play by Cole Young to save a potential extra base hit. And next pitch is going to be Joe Adell, who has a chance to do some damage like he always does. And it's going to be 1-0 for Joe Adell. Go ahead run is at second base in Solaire. Joe Adell with really good power. And the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. That looked like it could have been fair. If it was foul, that would have been nothing but trouble for the Mariners. Joe Adell hit 37 home runs. He had quite a career year. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Now the pitch. It's going to be popped up and fouled. Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. It's going to be up high 3-2. Happy Easter, Christian. As now we're at 3-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. And that's going to retire the side. Well, that was messy because now the game is tied at 2-2. Proves that it was only a matter of time with the Angels, the way they were hitting and threatening. They were going to get to Castillo. Now the Mariners are going to have to score unlimited runs just to make sure. They can score unlimited runs, and Angels will still find a way to also make it up for with a bunch of runs. Now still on commercial break. And we are back from the break. Wow, that's a pretty good picture. But man, why are the Mariners announcers just gazing about it so much? Ugh. Yeah, special moment. Blah blah blah. Let's move on and try to win the series against the Angels, shall we? We're at 0-1, and now the pitch. It's going to be outside for. That's going to be in there for a strike, and maybe I would have challenged that. Leo Rivas got a 2 RBI single, but Mariners are going to have to do more. Clearly, it just wasn't enough. Now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Absolutely embarrassing of an at-bat. Now the pitch to Rayleigh. And that's going to be a swing and a miss down at the dirt. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. And swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. Rayleigh, who had a really nice homestand, is all of a sudden struggling, especially against the Angels, who doesn't even have good pitching. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Why are you swinging at that? Like, why? I don't care if, oh, yeah, it's really hard in baseball where it's so fast you can't rate. That's not an excuse. And now here's Cal Raleigh up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball foul. It's going to be 0-1. And the pitch. It's going to be way outside for a ball. That's going to be 0-1. And the pitch. Way outside for a ball. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And again, what is Cal Raleigh swinging at? Just, man, it's going to be such hard. It's going to be even extra work, not only to do 100 this year, but also just to watch literally a flat-out unwatchable offense. 2-2. Way up high for a ball. I'm honestly surprised that Cal Raleigh didn't swing at that. As now we're at 3-2. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss again. Yeah, it's Jeff Bergeron. Yeah, whatever his name is. He has 4 strikeouts. Mariners are literally striking out against the worst pitching in all of baseball. I'm not even making this up. So again, does anyone play fantasy baseball? Because I have the best advice. Just use anyone against the Mariners. Any starter against the Mariners. So in April, here is a good fantasy baseball advice. Just use any starter against the Mariners. You're guaranteed 8 strikeouts. Even with the pitcher, even with the Angels pitcher who made his major league debut, although he walked 5 batters, he still made it up with 4 strikeouts. Unbelievable. After this next inning, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and the Angels are probably going to keep me from doing that. And we are back from the break. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Just go now. What are you talking about? And now the 0-1. Oh my gosh, and that just hit Josh Lau. And now we got a runner on first base. Oh, this is just an absolute nightmare. No, I'm not going to. I'm still going to suffer throughout this entire game because I'm providing a service. That's why. I know the Angels should have an insurmountable lead with the way they've been hitting. And there's Logan O'Hoppe up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Castillo is now heading towards 70. Like, he is not having a good enough game to stay in any longer. He has made every case against himself to stay. Now we're at 1-0 for Logan O'Hoppe, and that's going to be outside for a ball. Now we're at 2-0. And throw back to first, and it is not in time. Now we're at 2-0. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball, 3-0. And if I'm Mitch Garver, you should probably have a chat with Luis Castillo. And now the 3-0. And now that's a strike. And now the throw to second. And that almost gets away. Mitch Garver with a really terrible throw. Now we're at 3-1 for Logan O'Hoppe. At this point, just do the intentional walk. Like, there's really no point of just keeping this going. Just do the intentional walk, as he pretty much did. Like, but why waste a pitch? Why not just tell him just to walk? Like, you're at 3-1. There's a man at second base. Just say go to first base. Don't waste a pitch. Mariners are 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Absolutely embarrassing. Now here comes Pete Woodworth up to the plate. Yeah, what was that throw? It was a terrible throw. Jose Ferrer is getting loose in the bullpen. Now we got Luis Castillo against Adam Frazier, who is 1 for 1. So what happens? Probably going to give up hits. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a bunting attempt, and that is a beauty. Just go to first base, and he gets him out. And now you got Zach Neto, and you can't really intentionally walk him because then you're going to have Mike Trout with the bases loaded. Even a sacrifice fly or any kind of a grounder can also bring runners home. So the only way you can do this is you just jam the hitter to make it a pop-up, or cause some kind of, or get some kind of a strikeout, not the pitch, and then he goes around, and that's going to be strike one. I think Dan Wilson's going to have to reconsider, he's going to have to consider using the bullpen maybe a little bit earlier because they're just getting to Castillo anyway. Now it's 0-1 for Neto. Now the pitch, way outside for a ball. Let's not walk him because you don't want to go bases loaded with Mike Trout. Oh, they should be doing a team meeting every single day. Every time they lose should warrant that. The 1-1. And low for a ball. That is going to be 2-1. Now we're at 2-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss right down the middle. That was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Definitely going to need a strikeout. I don't know if you're going to get a pop-out out of Zach Neto. They really don't know how to stop the bleeding. It's a miracle they even made the playoffs last year. It's like, how'd they even do that? Now we're at 2-2. And the pitch. And that was a nice idea, but it's going to be a foul ball, as it's going to be 2-2. When things go wrong, it took Jesse Winker to charge the mound for a team meeting. It really did, didn't it? And he got rewarded with a pizza. As now we're at 2-2, and the pitch. And there's going to be a ground ball, and it's off the glove of Rivas, and now that's going to score in the run. And now the Angels have now taken a 3-2 lead. Now let's look at the replay. Yeah, it was terribly defended. This is why Rivas. Oh man, I think if Rivas got that. That error by Rivas is an overwhelming amount of evidence that the Mariners made a mistake letting Suarez go. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. And the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Now we're at 1-2. And throw back to first. Got 17 people on. To help this channel, especially possibly some newcomers, like, subscribe, and donate to the channel using this YouTube Super Chat. Now 1-2. And strike three call. Down goes Mike Trout. The Mariners have been able to handle Mike Trout very, very well this entire series. That's literally the only positive thing going on about this series. And I'm surprised that Mike Trout didn't challenge that one. And here comes Dan Wilson. And I think he has seen enough. Jose Ferrer is going to come on in. All right, I'm going to go bathroom really quick, but before I do, that error caused by Leo Rivas at third base, causing the run by the Angels, is an overwhelming amount of evidence that the Mariners should have kept Eugenio Suarez. Ugh. This game is not fun at all. And we are back from the break. Now it's Nolan Shanawall. Now the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball foul. As we're at 0-1. And the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Jose Ferrer just does not have any control. As we're at 1-1. And the pitch. Way inside for a ball. And that's going to be 2-1. We're at 2-1. And the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that should do it for the inning. Here's Crawford to first, and that gets away, and that is safe. Nearly gets away. That's going to cause them to run. And J.P. Crawford, that's going to be a nick on him on run saved. And now it's 4-2 Angels. Just a terrible throw by J.P. Crawford. It was absolutely careless throw. Luckily, Josh Naylor was able to catch it, but it didn't matter because now that gets a runner in. Now here's Jorge Soler up to the plate. And the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. As now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-2. And the pitch. And that gets away, and that's going to be a free bagger. And it looks like runner at third was going to try to run and score. I'm not saying they should be 8-2, but what I'm saying is they should be beating the Angels. They absolutely should be beating. Like, I think if Mariners lose this series, then I would be worried. As we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. But a disastrous inning for the Mariners. They just gave up 2 runs, and now they're in a deep hole, 4-2. A two-run deficit for the Mariners is basically a 4-run deficit. I know, I feel the same way too, FSG. TK47. Roster resource looking for why saying Cole Young should be at shortstop over JP. Put Donovan at second base. Why not? Let's just give it a chance because JP Crawford is absolutely atrocious as a defensive player. And we're back from the break, and now it is Julio Rodriguez. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. And the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Believe it or not, Mariners are third in Major League Baseball in total runs saved. Believe it or not. JP Crawford looking for his numbers in total runs saved. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Absolutely embarrassing of Julio Rodriguez. JP Crawford had a -4 runs saved along with in 22 and 23. He had a good defensive season in 24. He had a -3 runs saved in 2025. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right off the pitcher, but underhands it. And that's going to be 2 outs already. Now here's Randy Arozarena, who has 2 walks. No, that's lame. Not a good excuse. And now the pitch. Oh, what are you doing? It was way up and in, and you still swung and missed. Outside the strike zone. MLB leaders in swing at the ball. And now the pitch. Oh, and that hits him. Yeah, take first base. No question about it. This is the 100th time he's been hit by a pitch, so I guess congratulations to the Mariners. The crazy thing is, the Mariners are 12th in the league in outside the zones swings. That's insane to think about. They should be number 1. Now here's J.P. Crawford. Nearly got him out. And Randy, just stop it. You're not doing yourself any favors. Somehow, Mariners are 12th in the league in outside the zone swings. And now the pitch. Oh, it's a pitch out. I was close enough, Rooftop. Yeah, it's true. Now the pitch way outside. And it's going to be 2-0. Now they're taking a look at the pitcher to see if he's okay. And now have 17 people on the channel. 17 people on the show. Yeah, you think World Baseball Classic should be in the summer? No, I think it's just the way it should be. There are other teams that adapt to this. Because what else are you going to do? You're just going to pause the season? And they're going to take out Zephron. Must have been that ground ball. I really miss Eugenio Suarez. I am still not over the fact. Still not over it. Anything to help baby these guys. Yeah, I don't like the excuses. Like, I'm like, the whole thing about when Joe Adele caught the ball in the stands and they should have said that should have been ruled a home run. All I can say is a catch is a catch. So it's a legitimate catch. They're just goofing around in spring training, I can tell you that. Oh boy, it's gonna be Logan Gilbert versus Jacob deGrom. I'm seeing a 2 out of 3 on that one. 2 out of 3 on the Rangers. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strikes 3-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4, take your base. And now you're going to have Cole Young up to the plate. Maybe a chance for him to do some damage. It's going to be Cole Young, then Mitch Garver, and then Leo Rivas. It seems like across that everybody that played in the World Baseball Classic has a very slow start and a bad start. That's weird to me. I mean, Cole Young is a... Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. The Mariners will make the Rangers into a good hitting team. That's what they do. Now the pitch. They're known to fix other teams. Are they going to challenge it? Please waste the challenge. Oh, yeah. Challenge is lost. Now it's 10 of 12. Now we're at 1-0 for Cole Young. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball belted the deep right field. And that is gone. That is a home run for Cole Young. The Mariners have now just taken the lead on a 3-run home run by Cole Young. And now it's the Mariners 5 and the Angels 4. And the game just flipped the script immediately. And Cole Young with a big hit, a huge home run. And unfortunately for Joe Adell, he didn't have enough boots or like any rocket boots or anything to catch that ball. Not this time, Joe Adell. Not this time. Oh my goodness, that's how you wake up, right? Cole Young is probably the most clutch hitter on the Mariners. Yeah, Cole Young really just destroyed that. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Oh, Reese Beast with it. Rooftop, without Cole Young, it would... It's so true. Pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. We're at 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. Yep. It is true. You're married Cole Young. Who are you, bad man? Foul ball. Now the pitch. And that is low for a ball, 2-2. Yeah, with 2 outs, too. I know Cole Young is absolutely clutch. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bad swing. Cole Young continues to be clutch with 2 outs. He just absolutely bombed a home run. And Joe Adell, not this time. And yeah, Garver, poo-poo. I need to stand up. Give me a standing break. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
Yeah, I decided to stand up because my back is starting to hurt a little bit. Yeah, I'm an old man that's out of shape too, so there's that. I mean, who else were you gonna get? Keep Harry Ford? That would have been the other option. Now the pitch as we're back from the break, and that is a strike, and that was a nice fastball by Jose Ferrer. Now we got 0-1, and now the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Your 5-year-old just told my wife he is taking a nap with me, no consultation. Just told my wife he is taking a nap with me. All right. So we're at 0-2, the pitch. And that's good of you that you do have a family yourself. Wife, 5-year-old kid, keep up that healthy lifestyle. Family matters the most. As we're at 1-2, and now the pitch. And that's going to be a blooper. This could be trouble, and that is going to be, oh no! And that's going to get by, and that's going to be an easy double. And that is going to be, yeah, that should be an error charged on Randy Arozarena. Really, usually I dog on people for not making the effort, but Randy should have just let that drop. That wasn't even a good attempt either. Now we got Joe Adell, and he could easily get a home run on this. That's going to be a foul ball. Just the way he's hitting, it just seems it could be just a matter of time until he gets a really big hit. He made the big gloving, big fielding plays, but now he could make some damage happen. Now the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike. And now here's going to be a base hit. And now here is going to be the runner. He's going to come home. And now the throw to the plate. And it is, Randy, you suck. And now it's going to be a tie ball game. Randy Arozarena's defense is absolutely atrocious. By the way, Randy Arozarena and that's going to be a bunt, and now it's going to be Ferrer going to first, and I think maybe he could have gotten the second. And by the way, that was Joe Adele who made the killer play. Now the pitch. And now, oh, it's going to be off the glove. And now here's Cole Young to throw to first in time. It's going to be 2 outs. Arozarena has a -3 on runs saved. Now the pitch. Randy Arozarena is a -3 defensive runs saved, in case you were wondering. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a base hit. And now that's going to score in another run. That is Joe Adele. And just at a blink of an eye, I swear, I just blinked an eye, and the Angels have just taken the lead. I literally blinked an eye, and the Mariners are already lost their lead. And this is all thanks to bad defense by Randy Arozarena. And now Jose Ferrera's out, and now I'm starting to think that, yeah, I think this Harry Ford trade might go down as possibly a top 10 worst trade in Mariners history with the way that Jose Ferrera's pitching. He is not a good pitcher. Mariners defense has been absolutely atrocious. But yeah, Randy Arozarena is a -3 runs saved. Just for fun, I want to look at Edgar Martinez's run saved. He never had a statistics for DRS. He never had one. Except he did go down in 2004 playing third base for literally a pitch. Wonder how good Kyle Seager was on DRS. I need to make a video ranting about Randy Arozarena. You know, Randy Arozarena, the amount of time that you were complaining about Cal Raleigh just for not shaking your hand is the same amount of time you could have worked on your defense. Let that ball drop. Don't try to be the hero. You're just not good at defense. And as also, as I blink an eye, Mariners are down. Now it's Cole Wilcox, who has yet to give up runs. I guess he was. And that gets away, and that's going to be another free bagger. Frazier in the second base. That pitch was just absolutely embarrassing. We're at bottom of the fifth. It's a surprise that the Mariners even have 2 outs at this point. And it all started with Randy Arozarena's awful defense. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. I'm just looking up these runs saved, especially what the Mariners have based on who they had. We're at 1-1, and that is a strike. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. Tim Beckham, former Mariners shortstop, he was a -7 runs saved. Whew, that's brutal. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And that is up high for a ball. 3-2. Brett Boone had like a -12. Whoa. He was a -12 defensive run save. I find that weird. Back in 2004. Makes you wonder what he was back then. Now to look up Robinson Cano. Cano was not a good, actually was a solid defensive player. He had a 14 overall run save. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. So now it's going to be Leo Rivas, Luke Raley, and Cal Raleigh. All right, type it. Give me Mariners players to look up. I'm going to look up Brendan Ryan. You put it in the chat, and I will look up run saved. Brendan Ryan was probably had a good one. Brendan Ryan was amazing. He had, wow. Brendan Ryan had a 101 total runs saved. 22 in 2009, 24 in 2010, 2011 with 20 with the Mariners, and 27 with the Mariners. Woo! Brendan Ryan was out of this world as a defensive player. He was a 101 total runs saved. Alex Rodriguez in 2004, he had a 14 run save. 2006 was bad. He was mostly an 8, but this was before they even get to the Mariners. But he was known to be one of the best defensive shortstops in history. All right, who else should I look up? We would think Sean Figgett, Tim Beckham. Yeah, he was really bad. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. Tim Beckham was a -7 with the Mariners. Now the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. Junior Caminero. What? I got to look this up. Now we're at 2-0. And now the pitch. It's way outside for a ball. Going to be 3-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4, take your base. He signed as a free agent with the... Yep, it was for Tobias Myers, yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow, you're right. So here's how it goes. Traded by Baltimore to Tampa Bay for Tim Beckham. That was 2017, but that doesn't really matter. We got to go to 2019. Oh my gosh, did they call him out? Are they going to call him out? Did they just call him out? Did he just get thrown out at first? Rivas, you dumbass! Rivas, you dumbass. Okay, why do you lead on a... Why do you even lead... Never lead off on a lefty. That's baseball common sense. Literally baseball common sense. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. And now the pitch. And strike 3 called, and he's going to go for the challenge. It's probably going to be hitting the hair of it again. We're going to find out. Oh, that was a ball. So that's going to be 2-2 on the Luke Raley. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. It didn't matter. So yeah, it was Tim Beckham who eventually went to the Mariners, and then Tim Beckham was traded to the Guardians for Junior Caminero. Wow. You're right. Now the pitch to Cal Raleigh, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Why are we swinging at dirts again? Like, this is bad. Oh, do I want to look up Sean Figgins? That's going to be painful. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 2. Let's go to Sean Figgins. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Figgins was actually a 35 total runs saved. But he was a terrible second baseman. He was a better third baseman. The pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and a 1-2-3. Well, not really a 1-2-3 inning, but now it's going to go into the bottom of the 6th. So Leo Rivas walked, and then he gets picked off. Okay, Leo Rivas, this is baseball common sense. Do not take a lead on a lefty. No one does that, and no one should. Have you seen the movie Major League? Willie Mays Hayes got thrown out by a lefty. Go watch the movie. Maybe next year. It's just absolutely embarrassing. There's no excuses to make on this. Oh, but it's just bad luck. Angie Mentic's like, oh, but it was just bad luck. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. Now we're at 1-2 for Trout. And now the pitch. That's going to be up high for a ball. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Now here's Nolan Shonowell. Now the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a line. That's going to be a ground ball to Cole Young. Throw to first. That's going to be in time. And now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. Good inning for Wilcox so far. Can we get a laugh on this one? I know. We're at 1-1 and the pitch. Low for a ball. The only way you can become my moderator is... No, I'm not going to make you do it. Sorry. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. We're at 2-2. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. I don't hate you. Stop it. We're at 3-2, full count. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. We're at 3-2. And the pitch. And strike 3 called it. Of course he's going to challenge it. Of course he's going to challenge it. And he's probably going to win it too. Oh, come on! Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. So does everyone else. I know he is, isn't he, FSG? The pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to right field, and Rayleigh makes the catch. You're not entitled to it, man.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
Yeah, don't you think? And we are back from the break. I can't wait for this game to be over so that way I can just take a nice walk. So does everyone else. Now here's Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. And a pitch. And a swing and a miss. Julio has been absolutely atrocious. As we're at 0-2. And time has been called for Julio Rodriguez as he is already at 0-2. We're at 0-2. And the pitch. And that's going to be a foul back. And the pitch. Way outside for a ball 1-2. And the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. You better run your ass off. And now the throw to first. He's out of the bag. He's out of the bag. He's out of the bag. I would challenge that, man. Otherwise, Julio just doesn't hustle. But his foot was off the bag. Doesn't that count? Nope, they're not going to challenge it. Now here's Naylor up to the plate. Now the pitch. That's going to be low for a ball. And that's going to be, oh my gosh, going to be a ground ball throw to first. Who are you going for, Rooftop Sports? What are you talking about? Now we got Randy Arozarena. And that's going to be a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Full count 3-2. Now the pitch. That's going to be. And that's going to be out. Now it's time for the take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It would be a shame because Cole Young had a nice 3-run homer. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Oh no, said we gotta go. Yeah. Oh, baby, said we gotta go. A fine little girl, she waiting for me. Catch up across the sea. She's not waiting for me. Oh, she fell all alone. Never think I'll make it home. Hello, no, we gotta go. Yeah, there's some people like Randy Arozarena, he gotta go. Yeah, here's the thing. If the Mariners cannot hit against Angels pitchers that are literally have like 6 to 8 ERAs, what makes you think they're gonna hit well against anybody else? Yeah, I'm hitting the panic button. I am very concerned. And then you're going against Texas Rangers with even better pitching. It's literally the bottom hitters that are doing the work for the Mariners. Casey Legumina's on the mound. That's an indication that the Mariners have pretty much given up. Here's Joe Adell. Now the pitch. And that is a yeah, that's a strike. Now the pitch. Inside, not nearly hit him. As we're at 1-2. Oh, it's over all right. The 1-2. Way outside for a ball. Here's my question. If the Mariners can't even put up any kind of a decent offense against these 6-8 ERA guys on the Angels, what makes you think they're going to do the same thing against the Texas Rangers? The pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. As now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. Low for a ball, 3-2. Yeah, when you put in... Now the 3-2. And now, oh, caught by Legumina, and that's going to be 1 out. Now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Looks like Mitch Garver's making a challenge. Yep, he got it right. Now the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. Now we're got 1-1 the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. We're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now we're at 3-2. And that's going to be popped up. And Julio Rodriguez should be there. And he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 away. Kurt Suzuki, manager of the Angels, manager of the Angels. He had quite a career with the A's back then, and later parts of his career too as a catcher. Also a World Series champion, 17 home runs in 85 games, insanity. Now we're at 1-0 to Logan Ohape. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Now we're at 2-0. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. That's going to be 3-0. Now we're at 3-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. Oh, actually a fly ball. And here's Julio. Makes the catch. And that's going to retire the side. Mariners are now just 6 outs away from going down in series against the Angels. Doing any of the Astro series? Oh, yes. Jay Triton's asking me. I guess it's true. Venting done. Keep venting as much as you want. Oh, yes. I love you, Julio. I thank you for giving me the ball. Yeah, I'm not that I wouldn't be that excited to get a ball from Julio because Julio stinks. Now here's JP Crawford up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to left field. And that goes right to the left fielder. And that's going to be 1 out already. Just blinked an eye. And now we got Cole Young up to the plate. The man who has literally been carrying this Mariners team on his back. Had a home run last time and 3 RBIs. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Cole Young still trying. And now the pitch. Oh, he was really trying for that home run. He really was. Now we're at 1-1 and the pitch. And that's going to be ground ball. You better run your butt off in the throw to first. And we just can't beat out these guys. Run your asses off. I know, I'm raging. Like, this is frustrating. We have 2 outs at a blink of an eye. And now the pitch. Yeah, the Angels they have one of the worst pitching in all of baseball, and they can't even come up with decent runs. I know this is coming off as negative, but can you really expect me to be positive out of this? The pitch. What the? It's Garver! It was hitting the dirt. Are you blind? Mitch Garver might be blind. Now we're at 0-2. Look, he's going to strike out. Watch, strikeout. Oh, I called it. Mitch Garver strikes out. He's arguing with the umpire. Don't be a whiny bitch. You struck out. And you wasted a challenge, you idiot. I need a break. Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck. Only 8 games in, so if not sure how everything's so established already. House sauce, huh? Yeah, pretty much. Losing to a potentially important 9-inning challenge to a frustration challenge. I know. Losing a potential, yep. It's too distracting being close to Disneyland. Can the Mariners come back? The answer is no. I know, General Stack. Man, you guys are fun. Honestly, you guys keep my sanity. I really do appreciate all of your presence. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. Mariners suck at baseball. And now here's a fly ball to right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And the fact that you're putting in Legumina after 18 pitches shows how much you gave up. Why is Legumina still in? He's close to 18 pitches. Mariners are still only down by 1. They're basically just playing give up. Mariners couldn't win it all for Dave Niehaus. I know. And the Mariners gave him a 100-loss season on his final season. That sounds like a middle finger to him, if you ask me. Now I'm up to 37 people. Wow. Wow, this is like record day for me, having 37 viewers at once. I love it. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch, and that's going to be fly ball to right field, and Rayleigh's going to catch that, and he's going to try to throw to third. and cut off by Crawford. What do we got here? Watching Olerud and Ichiro both go to the Yankees to at least make it to the playoffs. Yeah, because Olerud got released in 2004 by the Mariners. They tried trading him. They couldn't get a trade partner out of him. So they cut him, and then the Yankees picked him up in 2004. Crazy thing is, some people believe, including Yankees fans and even Alex Rodriguez, that they're not saying that John Olerud would have been the stopper of the collapse of 2004 against the Red Sox, but they did say and believe that losing John Olerud definitely hurt in that series because you lost defense and that ability to get on base. So losing Olerud definitely hurt in that series. People are getting pissed off and want to yap on Rooftop Stream. Does anyone want to do phone lines after this game? Put like a yes or no if you want to call on to the show. I'll take some venters. Like, I do have a phone line. I made my own phone line off of my burner phone, so I'll take anything. Now the pitch. Oh, and that just hit Mike Trout, and that's the second time Trout's been hit. And I think you got to get Casey Legumina out of there. That was awful. Yeah, but Mariners had absolutely no offense to back that up. This game is over, dog. Man, people are coming in to vent. Yeah, that was all hand, and hopefully Mike Trout is okay. You just never want to see those kind of injuries. You just don't. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Uh-oh. And now they're taking a look at Mike Trout. I gotta check if my phone number's... Nope, that is not my phone number. I can tell you that. That is absolutely not my phone number. I'm gonna have to fix that. So if anyone wants to get on the show, I'll let you guys in. Ooh, that really does hurt, doesn't it? Like, even Brian Wu apologized to Mike Trout. Yeah, that's not good. You never want to get hit by those. They hurt like you know what. You absolutely do hate to see it. It's not fun. Getting hit by those is not fun. All right, what do we got? Someone needs to start a brawl. You know what? I don't mind that. He was getting ready to hit a piss missile. He was. But you got to get Casey Legumina out of there. You can't keep him in. Like, you literally just can't. Casey Legumina cannot be pitching and should not be pitching for the rest of this game. Now here's Nolan Shanawal. And now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. And that is what you call desperation call. Terrible call by Mitch Garver. That is not going to be a strike. I can tell you that. That is not a strike. Oh, that is a strike. Why does Dan Wilson yank a guy after less than 10 pitches? And then here's a ground ball. Could be double play ball. Throw to second and the throw to first. And that is in time for the double play. And that's going to be out number 3. And we are going to do last try. Last try for the Mariners as we are going into the top of the 9th inning. Let's do my frustration cheering. And now here is the pitch. And a swing!
All 5 pitches were out of the strike zone. Literally, if he had just stood there with the bat on his shoulder, the game would be over.
Are you serious? The 0-2 pitch.
You gotta love these guys.
He literally just swing. He
Oh my
literally
God.
just swinged at
None
the
of those
dirt.
were in.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro when Ichiro was like 93 years old. I'm like,
I'll agree with you on
no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like
No,
Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying, like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever, and all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, "World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go!" He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby. He's going to come and save the Mariners.
Wait, what? Why am I losing my game? Oh, come on. Not in the top of the 9th inning. I guess the stream, MLB, the app doesn't want me to watch the Mariners lose. Come on. I don't want to miss out something that might happen. But I may have to transition into something else. If it continues. And I lost my feed. It's absolutely ridiculous. I hate MLB streaming. They hold us hostage to give us such... They hold us hostage. They make us pay extra for extra crap, and they can't even give us good crap. Like, Major League Baseball is absolutely tone deaf about this. I literally don't have my feed right now. It's gone. And all my VPNs are not working. Like, this is ridiculous. Trying to get any kind of Mariners baseball back on. Just gotta see whatever says Seattle. All right, we are back from the break. I found another way, but we got 2-2 on Luke Raley. Now here's the pitch. And check swing, did he go? He does not go. And I wonder if they're going to challenge that. If that is even challengeable. I don't know if it is. Nope, he does not go through. Now we're at 3-2. He's going to strike out, isn't he? Watch this. Strikeout. And that's going to be a foul ball. Somehow there is already one out. What did I miss? Leo Rivas got out, didn't he? Yep, he did. Now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. It was literally right down the middle. It was literally a meatball. It was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, to be fair. But still. And now it's Cal Raleigh up to the plate. And you can just say that this game's pretty much over. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that should do it. And who's got it? Oh, that drops in for a base hit. And now here's going to be the throw to second. Cal Raleigh gets on to second base. And now we've got a tying run at second base. And now Julio Rodriguez is now up to the plate. And now we got Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. You got fans screaming Julio for the chanting, but you can't really trust him. You literally just can't. Mariners are down to their final out. And what are they going to do here? And the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and this is when you know the game's going to be over. Julio Rodriguez is absolutely putrid in the clutch. Like, he is absolutely proving himself that he is not a number one guy. And now the pitch. Okay, so you swing at a bad pitch, and then you watch a good pitch. And it's game time, and now we're just on the verge of the Mariners embarrassing themselves in this entire series. It all comes down to this, and time has been called by Julio. Now we're at 0-2. And now here's the pitch. Up high for a ball. That was on a 101 mile an hour fastball by Bachman. He's got an absolute flamethrower of an arm. And now we're at 1-2, and it comes down to this. And now the 1-2 pitch, and that is outside for a ball. Julio is 0 for 4. He doesn't need a home run. All he has to do is literally just poke it anywhere to get Cal Raleigh to score. And now we're at 2-2. And now here's the pitch. And now here's going to be a liner. And that is going to be a base hit. And now here comes Cal Raleigh. And now here comes the throw to the plate. And that is not in time. And Julio Rodriguez just tied the game on a 2-out, 2-strike RBI single off a broken bat. And now the game is tied. The Mariners are back in business. Oh, my goodness. Woo. Maybe Julio heard my hate, and I'll take every bit of credit for it. Come back. No, there's no comeback. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe it. Absolutely clutch play by Julio. Now here's Josh Naylor. I don't know if he's going to amount to anything. I don't know if we're going to win. Oh, come on, General Sack. Okay, I'll prove it to you that I'm a fan, buddy. I'm going to keep that on there. I'm keeping that comment on there. I'm not ashamed of it one bit. Now here is Josh Naylor up to the plate. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that is strike one. Now it's 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. And now it's going to be 1-1. And that's going to be a ball. All right, what else am I missing? General Stack, are you still there? Adams keep doing this to us. It's okay. Talk crap about the team. When they play like crap, they deserve to be called out. Exactly. Arts RPG. Now the pitch. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be foul ball. Please don't. Just preface talking good about them. You're quite harsh to them early on. Well, I mean, they played pretty badly early on. Yeah, Naylor can work a walk, but can you really trust a Rosarena? Mariner fans are very loud today. As we are at 2-2. Uh-huh. That's really cute. Cute. Let's go Angels, let's go Mariners chant is going intense. Now we're at 2-2. It's 2-2. It's really cutting it close. Julio's barely safe, and I wonder if they're going to challenge that. Got 44 people on here. I guess people really are tuning into this game, or are they here just to hear me complain? Now we're at 2-2. Got my feedback on. And now here's a 2-2 pitch. Runner goes, and now here is the throw to second. And Julio's out. He's ruled out. He thinks he was safe, but either way, Julio's a fool. They're going to challenge it because why not, I guess. Did he dodge the tag? That's the question. Why is Dan Wilson not challenging? Okay, where was I? All right, where was it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Okay. Gentle Stack. Here's my Mariners fandom sample. You see, okay, that's my Sonics. There's my Ichiro jersey over there. I've got Mariners bobblehead, Edgar Martinez Hall of Fame edition. I got these little Mariners hats and even the Everett Aqua Sox. I go to minor league baseball games. What else do I got? Oh, this sleeved up 1997 Season in Review magazine. All right, what else do I got? Oh, this Randy Johnson action figure baseball card. This my cute little lunchbox from 2002. I actually used this for lunch when I was a kid. Oh, and here's another one. An Alex Rodriguez action figure. We're talking OG A-Rod from the 90s. And how about Antenna Ball? Yep, he's gone. Oh, Andres Munoz is up the plate. Oh, great. We're going to waste him. Why not put in Matt Brash? Oh, and who's up? It's going to be Joe Adell as number 3. He could do damage. And so many people left, huh? I guess people figured the game is over. So Laird's 2 for 3, so that could be dangerous. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. Ugh. Now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. And that is going to be way inside for a ball. That's going to be 3-0. I thought that was an Angels game. Now the pitch. And that's a strike. Because I remember Edgar Martinez charged the mound against the Angels in 2001. I remember that. Like, he literally just snapped. Because we're at 2-2. And the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And Cole Young is there, and he makes the catch. And now we've got the next hitter. One weird Mariner thing I have is Starbucks gift card my grandma had in her purse Ichiro when he beat the hits record and then passed away. He still had the wallet. Very inspiring. My grandfather was a huge Mariners fan. It was an exhibition game in Las Vegas. I did not know that. What year was that? The pitch to the pitcher, the hitter, and that's going to be outside for a ball. I know Joe Adell is going to be the last one. It almost makes you wonder if you just want to walk him. He's 1 for 4. Maybe give it to basically anyone else. And now the pitch. Way inside. Like, come on, Munoz, throw strikes. Yeah, probably intentionally walk Joe Adell if he gets whenever he is up. Now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is going to be 2-1. Now we're at 2-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. 2-2. And that is low for a ball, 3-2. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be ground ball right to Naylor. He'll go to the bag. And now Joe Adell is going to be up. I repeat, Joe Adell is going to be up. He's going to hit a home run. I am calling a home run. What? I was trying to prove that I'm actually a fan of the Mariners. And you can be a Mariner fan while hating on them and criticizing them, you know? I know. Uh-oh, Munoz is now not looking good. You're a madman, I think, for doing that. Bye-bye. He's trying to stretch his back out. Yeah, this is why I wanted Matt Brash in there. I don't think I was ready to have Munoz. I'd rather have him on a closed situation. Yeah, they're going to see if he can throw a couple first. Joe Adell's going to be up. I don't know what you're going to do. I mean, this guy's a hard ball hitter. And now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that was on a 90. I think that was on a splitter. I'm kind of curious why you're not putting in like a Matt Brash, because you'd rather have Munoz in for a save situation. Now it's 0-1 the pitch, and that gets away. Still on a 90. I hope that's not his fastball. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's on an 88. He's been pitching all sliders. As we're at 1-2 for Joe Adell. Rumor has it he might have a chance to win the game against the Mariners with a one big swing of the bat, which I do expect. Now the 1-2 pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Munoz is definitely going to be looked at after this game, regardless. Getting all gassy now. Now we're at 1-2. It's been all sliders. He's clearly not afraid of his fastball. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's going to retire the side. And we go into the top of the 10th inning. It is still a tie ball game. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Stoke Call Me Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thin crust.
Even put Cal Raleigh in the Korean feed. Nice. And we are back from the break. JP Crawford's up to the plate. How I feel about that. No, it's actually Josh Naylor. Well, he's got a man on second base. That's Julio. So basically, it was a free stolen base if you think about it. Basically, nothing happened except it was just an inning later. That's the only difference. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball to left field, and I don't think that's going to be enough for Julio. And he's actually going to go to third base, and the throw to third, he gets in there. A nice gutsy run by Julio Rodriguez. And he knew Adam Frazier's arm. Now we got Randy Arozarena, and you don't really have to do much here. All you got to do is just hit some kind of a grounder. And now the pitch, or any kind of a pop-up of a sacrifice can help. I don't know if you can trust him to drop down the bunt. I got 41 people on here. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the donation button. The YouTube Super Chat, the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. As we're at 1-1. And the pitch. And inside for a ball. I don't really want him to walk because if you're walking, you're gonna risk the double play. But maybe that's what the Angels are thinking, and maybe you just intentionally walk him to get to JP. And now here's gonna be a liner, and that is gonna be a base hit. And here comes Julio Rodriguez, and the Mariners now take the lead to make it 7-6 on an RBI single by Randy Arozarena. What a time to be clutch, and that is exactly what the Mariners needed in extra innings. A solid base hit by Randy Arozarena. And now here's J.P. Crawford, the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Maybe I would risk trying to steal second, avoid the double play, and give J.P. Crawford a chance to drive you in. And now it is 0-1. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball, probably a double play ball. Throw to second and a throw to first. And that's going to be the double play. And that's why I said, Randy Arozarena, you got to run. You should have stole. And are they going to challenge the call? I don't really know if that's really worth the challenge. I know. Bah! And I would think that Matt Brash is going to be the closer for the Mariners. And who's going to be up to the plate? It's going to be after Joe Adell. It's going to be Teodosio. Then you got Logan Ohape and Adam Frazier, which, by the way, these hitters have been very effective. So, you'll have Joe Adell at second base. I would say you're really in a tough spot of what you can really do with the bottom hitters. And then even if you wanted to intentionally walk, after that, you're still going to have Zach Neto and Mike Trout. And we are back from the break, and it's going to be Matt Brash on the mound. But Mariners are going to have a tricky situation. They're going to go up against Teodosio, which how does Bryce Teodosio? He hasn't really hit. He hasn't gotten a hit at all this season. It's his first at bat. And now the pitch. And he tried the bunt, and that's going to be a strike. He misses it. Got a man on second base. It's only a one-run lead. It's going to be cutting it close. As we're at 0-1. Now the pitch is going to be a bunt attempt again. And now Mitch Garver's got to go to first base. They're still calling it a foul ball. So now the bunt is out of factor. It'd rather be Brash of him if he saved the game right here. You'd rather have it be Brash, huh? I have 44 people here. I think this is a record day for me. I don't think I've ever had that many. Well, let's take a look, like even on my largest view numbers. Now the pitch. And now it's going to be a bunt again on 2 strikes and a throw to first in time. What a gutsy call by the Angels. And now we got a runner on third base. And what do you do? Like, do you dare? I think I'd take the risk. Intentionally walk Logan Ohape and put in Adam Frazier. I know it's risky, but what choice do you really have, to be honest? There's not really much of a choice. And now they're going to still pitch to him the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball drilled to left field. And that is fouled. That was close. I thought that was goner for sure. That was just too close for comfort. That was not good at all. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. So you think he should pitch it here, huh? Okay, how about this? You try to get Ohapi out, and then you intentionally walk Adam Frazier. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to center field. Julio makes the catch, tagging at third, and the throw of the plate, and it is not in time, and that's going to be the tie ball game right there. And this game is still ongoing. Now I have broken up to 53. Because a bunt just happened to work out on strike 2. Now here's Adam Frazier, who has a chance to do damage. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Of course, a bunt works on strike 2 against the Mariners. Now we're at 0-1-0. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike, and I wonder if he's going to challenge. Nope. Cole Young will be up next inning, but then everything's going to be overwritten anyway. Even if he does score in the run, Angels will just make up for it with the top heavy hitters they have. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. Do we need another inspiration video? $47 people on this show. Looking up my game 7 to see how much I had on concurrent viewers. $25 was my peak. I wonder how I did with the Dodgers and the Mets. My peak was 28. Mariners opening day. How many did I have here? 27. So I think this is a brand new record. Glad I could take over for Northwest Sports Fanatics. Thank you, Northwest, for giving me an opportunity. I only had 12 on one of my most watched. Now we're back from the break, and that is going to be up high for a ball. Yeah, I think 53 is my new record. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. We definitely need another big hit from Cole Young. As now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that's not going to move anywhere around. And he makes the catch, and that is talk about a wasted at bat, because now you're going to have Mitch Garver, who is 0 for 3. Is that even possible? Oh, they're going to do it. Reese Beast, you called it. They're going to put in Dom Canzone, which is going to move Cal Raleigh to catcher. Oh, come on. The Mariners still have a chance to lose. I don't know if we have a chance. I'll be honest. Yeah, you should be. I can't. Jacob Jacoby, I can't show the game. I can't. It's a copyright issue, and it makes me feel unauthentic if I do that. I just can't do it. And now the pitch. It's copyright reasons. That's why, buddy. Got to follow the rules, man. Mariners are going to lose DH. Wow, they're really breaking the bank on that one. Yeah, I have millions of dollars, don't I? The pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 2. Now we're at 0-2 for Dom Canzone. Now the 0-2 pitch. Way up away, and that's going to be 1-2. Now the pitch. And check swing. Did he go? He did not. Now we're at 2-2 for Canzone. And the pitch. And popped up again. And that's another wasted at bat. And makes the catch. So now Mariners are going to end up using a pitcher for nothing. And now we got Leo Rivas up to the plate. And I don't really see any possibility. Now I have 54 viewers. 54% doing the fan base a favor. We cannot stay tied. That just cannot happen. We cannot let this happen. And now the pitch. Way up high. How is Ohapi getting all of these? Now we're at 1-0 for Leo Rivas. And the pitch. And how is Logan Ohapi stopping all these? Now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. It's going to be 3-0. It's okay. Anderson can get himself out of it. I believe in him. Plus, Luke Raley is going to be up to the plate anyway. As we're at 3-0. Now the pitch. And ball 4, take your base. I wonder if they're just going to bring in another. I wonder if they're going to bring in somebody else. That's 2 on and 2 outs. Nobody is warming in the Angels bullpen. So this is a golden opportunity for the Mariners to take advantage. Luke will hit it between second and short, but second baseman will dive and throw him out. That will just be our luck for the series. Sounds about right, but here's Luke Raley. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. He's trying to go for a home run. Like, dude, Luke, just get someone in. Stop going for home runs. Now the pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 2. Another home run would probably be robbed. That sounds about right. As we're at 0-2 for Luke Raley. Now here's the pitch. Oh, and that hits him, and he's going to go to first base, and now the bases are going to be loaded for Cal Raleigh. Now, I know that Cal Raleigh is supposed to be a home run hitter, but just try to get someone in. He's lost control, but I think this is a golden opportunity. We got a pitcher that is just not pitching well at all. He has absolutely no control. So this is a chance for the Mariners to take advantage of a struggling pitcher. And now here is Cal Raleigh up to the plate. Now the pitch. And it's swing and a miss. And again, he's trying to go for that home run. It's just Cal, just get someone in. A single will get 2 runs in alone. Now the pitch. Okay, Cal, just calm down. Just don't try to hit home runs. Let's just stop it. We're at 0-2. He's probably going to strike out. And now the pitch. Oh, and he almost swung at that one, and that's going to be 1-2. I mean, it could happen. We're at 1-2. Can't even look at the scoreboard. And now it is the 1-2. Low for a ball. Now the magic number is 2. 2 more. And we could get a run in. Julio Rodriguez is on deck. He'll be the batter if Cal Raleigh can survive. We're at 2-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. What are you doing? Just hit a single. You don't need a home run. What the fuck are you doing? You know what? Here's another way to. And now here is the pitch. And a swing.
All 5 pitches were out of the strike zone. Literally, if he had just stood there with the bat on his shoulder, the game would be over.
Are you serious? That is, and that's exactly why Cal Raleigh got the MVP. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are from the Northwest Sports Fanatics. I'm pretty sure I scared all of you away. And it gets worse. Mariners are really running out of time because you're going to be down to... You have Matt Brash, who took 10 pitches, but then he's going to be batter because we're going to be at Julio, Naylor, and Arozarena, so they got to score now. You got 7,000 on the Mariners. What are you doing? Cal should have spent less time doing commercials and more time practicing. I mean, everyone does the commercials anyway. And I'm really losing my voice. I really need a walk. $56 people. I had as much as 59. I know, right? What's the pay? I mean, it depends when he made that bet, too. Because the Mariners were actually favored to win this game. So he may have made that bet when the Mariners were losing. We got Eduardo Bizzardo warming up in the bullpen. I wonder, and we got Gabe Spire in. Chris Wells, the only one available that's left. Mariners have got to... they're doing the intentional walk as they should because now we got Peraza, but he could still be a hero. You just never know. Peraza. Lefty going against Zach Neto. Not good. What were they thinking? Now the pitch. Now they're going for the bunt, and he gets off the bunt, and now the throw to first in time. But now you got runners on second and third with one out. And it's not exactly an ideal lineup to deal with. You got Nolan Shanaway. I think you should do the intentional walk no matter what. At least just give yourself a chance for a double play. Unless you think you can strike the guy out, but I don't think it's going to happen. He's really tough to strike out. The pitch. And that's a strike. This series, though, he has been 2 for 12, so they're going with that. And it's a lefty-on-lefty matchup, so that's why they're not going to intentionally walk him. I still think you should because it will definitely get in the run. Now, here is the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, but that might get the runner in, and he's going to go. And now here he comes, and now the throw to the plate, and it's not in time. And the Angels win, and that is my reaction right there. Yep. It's the way it is. Because knowing Randy Arozarena has absolutely zero arm, and it wasn't even a good effort of a throw by Arozarena, just an awful, atrocious throw. Like, this is exactly why. No, there's nothing to be sorry about. Knock the shelf over for me. I wish I can. Well, that's it. And, man, what a frustrating game that was. Like, if you can't win games like that against the Angels, especially when the relief pitcher literally had no arm, that was the ridiculous part. That was the worst part of it. Yeah, because Dan Wilson's an idiot. It's true. Happy Easter. No, I think I'm just too frustrated, man. Like, I gotta get going because this game, I really did make an ass of myself. But when Mariners do that, like, what do you expect? I know. But thank you all for being here. You know what? If there's anyone that wants to vent, here you go. Phone lines are open. I will be awaiting phone calls. Hopefully it's not Denali. If it's Denali, I'm not answering it. They do. They stink. Call up Colt, but too bad he's on a 10-day. Just absolutely frustrating game. Mariners had the lead, and it just wasn't to be. Yeah, my hat definitely took an abuse. And my wall kind of did too. Yep, so many people just drop like flies. I mean, you can't really bench Julio, Cal, and a Rosarena at the same time. Then who are you going to call up after that? You better call up like 3 other batters if you're going to do something like that. I want to look up Randy Rosarena's run save because he single-handedly cost the Mariners the entire game. Like, personally, I would have booed Randy Rosarena on his first time back. I don't have a reason to like him. On runs saved as a left fielder, he's a -1 defensive runs saved. So center fielder is a 1. Out right field, he's at -3. He is, by outfield, he is a -3 runs saved. He is literally one of the worst defensive outfielders, and the numbers even back it up as well. It really does. Well, it looks like no one really wants to call in the show to vent, but it's garbage. You know what? That at bat by Cal Raleigh, I think we can put it to closure that Cal Raleigh should have. That's why he's not going to be the MVP. 2023, I think 2024 is a more accurate interpretation. Man, it's just absolutely frustrating. Mariners just completely choked. I'm just at a loss of words. My brain is pretty much fried from this game. I think I want to go for a walk, honestly. Actually, I think I'm going to take off because, like, one, I have people just dropping like flies. Made myself look like an idiot. So I'm going to take off. Reese Beast, thank you for being here. Everyone else that I have never seen before, thank you for being here too. I know I'm a little bit different from the Northwest Sports Fanatics. If you like him, you prefer him, you go to him. Yeah, so I'm taking off. I think I need to go for a walk. Just need to refresh my brain just a little bit. And I am taking off. Everyone, thank you. Thank you very much. Everyone, have a good day. And all I can say is I'm going to try to work something to make myself available for Tuesday. Monday is very unlikely. Tuesday, as of now, no. And Wednesday, I will not be available either. Wednesday is kind of out of reach for me. Unless the game is somehow over If the game was like at 10, I would have done it. But because it's at 11:35, I'm not going to have time. The game has to be like 2 hours. Or another idea I do have is maybe I can just do it from my car. It's another idea I have, but I might do it out of my car. I'm considering it, but I'm not sure. But we'll see. Keep you guys updated. But thank you very much for being here. I'm taking off. Everyone, have a good day. Go Mariners. I wonder what kind of a video I can put in my sorrows. Yeah, I don't really have one. Well, maybe I'll just do one last SeatGeek kind of thing. Or better yet, I'll do this one. All right, everyone, have a good night. Go Mariners.
Since 2022, I have been building the Rooftop Sports YouTube channel, and I want to thank all of you for your support and engagement. Without all of you, there is no Rooftop Sports. Now, if you would like to take your support to the next level, join my exclusive YouTube membership program for just $5 a month. Get first access to new videos, ad-free content, and exclusive insights from my fantasy sports, as I do play many fantasy sports leagues. Plus, follow along with my softball seasons like never before. You also get access to my own emojis to use to comment on my videos and my live streaming shows. For just $5 per month, become a bigger part of my community and get ready for unparalleled sports experience. Let's do this.